This is the real deal, eh?
And we are live.
Right now.
Click, click, click. And now we're actually live.
In about 14 seconds.
Did I click that slow?
No, it takes about 14 seconds for it to get over to the...
Really? To the interwebs?
I would think so.
Well, if you can see me, then you can see me, right?
Well, I mean, I've been live for the last 6 hours. 6 days, 23 hours, and 49 minutes.
It's a long
and guess
live stream.
whose screen capture's not working?
Oh, that's...
oh, it's not plugged in. That's why.
That'll do it. Hopefully we won't have to restart the computer before it works. You want to see?
Sure.
Should we not share that page?
Oh, you can share it because it has my time. Look at that. Look at this right here.
That's a lot of hours for those of you who are wondering.
Look at all those viewers I got watching this. It's an amazing
Look at
stream.
all those viewer.
I wish. Viewer.
All right, we've got actually not that many topics tonight, but we have
A lot of
at
things
least
to
one
disagree
good
on.
topic. So that's nice.
Facebook has a book of all of his employees' faces, and that's what we're going to talk about mostly tonight.
Yeah.
Or is it that Tesla truck thing?
The Cybertruck.
The Cyber-
you know,
The truckla?
maybe a little bit. Facebook wants to track everything your phone does. I can't imagine why. Is it better to buy a Fire tablet or Android tablet?
And I got some opinions on it.
Nice.
Like
I have no
always.
opinions.
Really?
Yeah.
Never?
Never.
Never.
Before buying tech gifts for someone in your family, here's some things to ask yourself.
According to the article. And then we probably have things to add to it.
Yeah. The photo of this phone.
So this article, the top headline photo of it, I want to see how long it takes you to realize what's wrong with it.
Gotcha.
Or not what's wrong with it, but what would push people over the edge.
Literally and figuratively?
Did you already see the article?
No, but I
Okay,
read
cool.
your I read your title.
And don't buy the new Razer phone, 2019 flippy screen. Because
That's the one you were in love with, right?
Razer 2 patents are out now.
Are they bad?
It looks like the same thing but better.
Oh, so don't buy the original is what you're saying.
Yeah, always buy the second gen. It's
That's
hard-
actually a good point, yeah.
hard to argue.
Speaking of second gen, the Pixel 3. Is that the third gen? I don't know.
It's the second gen after the Pixel.
The Pixel 3 is going on sale on Amazon for $349, which is cheaper than the 3A started out at.
Whoa.
Yeah. Microsoft Windows does not believe no computer should be left behind.
I can believe it. Because I wrote the title.
The Apple Watch saves 2 more persons.
Good job.
PIA, can you trust them? Are they really private?
And we are live.
And Meme of the Week. We actually have Meme of the Week this week. Only 2 memes, not 3, but hey.
I can get a third one in there.
And then, of course, the Tesla truck, which we already briefly mentioned. I think I kind of want to keep the Tesla truck to the end.
To the end?
At
Make
least
people wait.
later on, like maybe after the commercial break.
After the commercial break.
Yeah.
We got a real commercial break this week.
Well, no,
We
but
have 2 real sponsors.
nice.
We're
Yeah.
real people too.
Yes, we are real people. Starting off with, Facebook has a book of employee faces. Is it as creepy as it sounds?
It's as creepy as it sounds. The worst part about this, it's no longer a thing. They've already gotten rid of it. As in they used it long enough and got the backlash from the employees and already canceled it before
We can talk about it?
Yeah, before anyone could talk about it. Facebook built a facial recognition app for employees. The discontinued app could identify employees and their friends who had enabled facial recognition, Facebook said.
Huh.
And chances are you have it enabled too.
Oh.
When you get auto photo tagged, chances are it's enabled. Well, it is enabled.
But it appears that this app allowed employees to identify their colleagues and friends by pointing their phone cameras at them.
Yeah.
So not you take a picture
Then
and
I'll
then
put-
it recognizes, but more like real time. recognition.
So one cool use of this would be if you're out in public and someone starts talking to you.
And you don't remember their name.
And yeah, you can't remember anything about them. To sneak a photo of them somehow in conversation.
Maybe a little bit creepy.
With like the Snapchat spectacles.
Yeah, or the Google Glass.
Yeah. You can totally do that. And then you can pull up all of their information.
You can stalk them in
history.
real time.
Yes. Talk about something that they're interested in. Oh, I
That seems like Facebook's kind of thing.
hit a button. There we go. Oh, snap. 1 second here.
We have a slight technical difficulties here.
So if you spill a drink on your computer, first thing you do is turn it sideways.
Let's see. Let me find one of these other articles that I actually added. So the Apple Watch saves 2 more people. We've talked before about how the Apple Watch has detected a irregular heartbeat using their Apple Watch hardware and software. And it turns out 2 more people this week may have been saved by the Apple Watch. The first one was, or at least the first article that I saw, was from a lady in New York who woke up in the middle of the night with an alert from her Apple Watch buzzing on her wrist, informing her of an irregular heartbeat. This article is from NewYorkPost.com. And she immediately went to the hospital, and they think that that saved her life, or at least saved her from a potential stroke or heart attack. She says, without the notification, I would have woken up the next morning, hopefully, and been in a really serious situation. So, plus to the Apple Watch there, and then the Apple Watch also saved a veterinarian's life. Don't know, I guess it was just extra information they could add to the article that he was a veterinarian. But this was a Texas man. Both these people were older people, actually. This was a Texas man who, let's see. It doesn't say what he was doing at the time, but he got a notification on his watch and went to the doctor and had to have a surgery to correct his heart issue. And he said that he thinks he wouldn't have detected the problem without the notification from his Apple Watch.
So one thing I would find interesting
Yes.
is how much information the Apple Watch could give the doctor or the surgeon or someone on additive information. Like,
That's a good point.
this person was doing really good, or like history. So like, oh, they've been close to us calling a emergency or close to giving you a notification.
Yeah, like his heart rate was strange at this point, but not strange enough to where
It would notify.
we actually notified.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm wondering if there's a way to have that information. Because you don't
They
want to
could
notify.
probably build it into the app, yeah.
Yeah. Because you wouldn't want to bother a person every time their heartbeat went over 120 or something.
Yeah.
It would be nice to know, like, this person was asleep, and then all of a sudden their heart rate went up to 140 at 3 a.m. and then went right back down.
Yeah.
So I'd be curious on additive features that aren't even for the user.
Yeah.
But then you get into the creepy big data stuff where it's like,
Yeah.
do you want that stuff held?
I think as long as it's opt-in, in my
Yeah.
opinion, it's fine. I don't think that it should be owned by default, even if it is saving lives. You know.
Yeah. Like, I would be okay with it if it was somehow stored on my device with an encryption or something and not in the big data server of Apple.
Not that it really even matters if someone gets your heart rate data, but it's
But they can get other stuff.
personal information
Yeah.
about you, and like location data is probably tied into this stuff too. And it is interesting to me that all these articles about irregular heartbeats being detected by a smartwatch have all been Apple Watches. Like, I haven't seen Fitbit on there or any of the other smartwatch
Google
brands.
Activewear haven't been on there either.
Yeah, it's been only Apple so far, so it'll be interesting to see if these other watches add these features in. But either way, I mean, that is a nice thing about having an Apple Watch.
And the computer's alive.
Nice.
I sell these computers in the store if you're interested. They're Coca-Cola proof.
Resistant.
Proof.
But are they flood proof?
Are they what?
Flood proof, like that sign.
Oh, yeah. We're not going to talk about that sign. That's a fire hazard.
A DIY sign. It probably won't catch on fire in the rain, right? Or will it?
For a split second. You can
It'll
spark.
spark.
Yeah, spark is fire.
Yeah, I guess so. Speaking of tracking your heart rate and also Facebook wants to track everything your phone does.
So with just that headline, are you for it or against it?
Oh, absolutely for it.
You're
What could
absolutely
go
for
wrong?
it. Over on The Verge. So the cool thing about this, depending on how you want to use the word cool, is Facebook was using its software as like a VPN, and then just middlemaning, I would assume is how it worked. So they were being the VPN so that you can get access anywhere, and then they were just keeping the data. Is what I understand from the article. To the article, teenagers and other survey participants to collect the data for the company that it couldn't ask for using its main app. Of course, it's against pretty much everybody's terms of service for App Store usage. That shouldn't be too big of a surprise. But it's kind of cool. This really reminded me on the what's his name? Snowden.
Edward.
Yeah, Edward interview with Joe Rogan, where he's talking about if everybody had an app on their phone that had like a giant circle button in the center of it, and it showed all the apps connected, and it showed all the data getting sent to that app, and all you had to do was click on the button, and it would stop sending the data to that app. You would of course click the button. You would of course not send all this data that the app's asking for all the time.
Yeah.
And that kind of made me think of that again. It's like
Something that's kind of behind the scenes, tracking what you're doing on your phone for Facebook's market research.
Yeah. I'm curious if you could use something almost like a Glasswire variant.
Yeah.
Where it shows like connections.
Uh-huh.
And build an app that makes it more user friendly. Do like, hey.
Just so it's more transparent to the user what data is being shared.
Yeah. It's like
when, like whether you're using the app or not using the app.
Or if it's 4 a.m. in the morning and your phone is on the charger and it's just
you're probably not using the phone.
Yeah. And
it's doing it behind the scenes.
Now, I think an app just like that would be really cool to see. Just like here's what your phone's doing all the time. Or even a way to have a history log. So you can go back and be like, well, while I was driving, my phone was sending all of this data off to these seven different
apps.
Yeah.
Google Maps, Waze.
Facebook. It definitely gets sent to Facebook.
Snapchat.
Oh, I still don't use that one.
Yeah, me neither. Is it better to buy a Fire tablet or Android tablet?
So this is just an article over on Android Police on how to install the Google Play Store on an Amazon Fire tablet.
Because an Amazon tablet is running Android, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was an old version of this on Lifehacker, I believe, that's completely outdated. And this one's from 8 hours ago as of this minute. So there's that. But I've been looking at buying several Android tablets.
Yes.
Fire tablets are on a pretty big sale this weekend.
Yes. And they're already pretty inexpensive.
For what they are, yeah. So I would be curious today on the price difference if a Fire tablet running the Google Play Store, which is an Android thing, is better than buying an Android tablet at the same price. Is Amazon losing money selling higher hardware at a lower cost to get people on their platform?
That would not surprise. Well, I would say they're definitely cutting their profits.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is they're not taking as much as.
Yeah, I think that there's no doubt they're cutting some of their profit for it.
Because
whether they're losing money to get more people into the Amazon ecosystem. I don't know.
Yeah, because a later off-screen topic would be, I'm looking at getting like 8 of these. Would 8 of these be more beneficial to go all Android, to spend the extra money where they're not
Rooted or
jailbroken, I guess
something,
is,
yeah.
rooted, versus saving what could be a lot of money, depending on, because Fire Tablet's like 50% off now, so you can get like a,
Wow.
because there was one for $99 and it was $50 this week.
Wow.
So they're great sales, in my opinion. It's like, is it worth it though?
Yeah.
Is it one of those
Is it
things?
more work than it's worth, and is it going to cause problems in the future?
Yes. That's two of the interesting things to it's one of those, I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Things that interest me.com. Don't go there. So before you buy tech for somebody, what should you look for? What should you be asking yourself?
Would they ever actually use it?
That should be the number one question. Did they ask for it? So CNET put up this article. Oh, full screen. I hit a button. All right, my computer might make some sounds. And last time I was on CNET, I spilled soda all over my computer. Don't break these Black Friday rules when buying phone and gadget gifts this week. So it's a really long article. So the bold is pretty much what's important. Watch out for extras someone else will have to buy. So that's number one.
So if you're buying them...
One of the best examples, that second paragraph, color changing light bulbs. Does the light bulbs need a hub that they all connect to? Does it need an app? How do they change colors? Which is a thing I didn't even really think about, because most of the time it's just an app. Like,
Yeah.
All mine are on an app.
Yeah.
But then you can connect them, because most of them are if this then that compliant, which is IFTTT.
Okay.
I think, or it's ITTT, whatever. Yeah, if this then that. ITTT.
Gotcha.
Compliant, which means that it pretty much works with any hub.
Okay.
Like Alexa or Google or
Gotcha.
maybe Apple stuff.
But you wouldn't want to buy them the light bulb that needs a hub, and then they have to go out and buy the hub where
Yeah.
the light bulb's useless. Okay, that's a really good example.
Yeah, because then the other examples I think are bad. It's like if they need a USB-C or Lightning or 3.5 millimeter audio connection.
Those are pretty cheap.
Yeah, those are cheap, and then most of the time the gadgets come with the cord. They come with the cord, but not
They
the
come with at
battery.
least a charging cord for sure.
Yeah. Really, does it come with a battery? Just buy them some batteries. Save everybody a headache.
Pay attention to which devices someone already owns.
Yeah, and their example is if they already own one smartwatch, chances are they don't want to own a second one.
Yeah.
Which is a great argument.
Yeah.
But then if they don't own a smartwatch, maybe ask them their opinions on smartwatches and see if they want one versus don't want one.
Yeah.
Because I've actually looked into them recently. I still don't want one. But they're not necessary yet.
Yeah. The golden rule of buying a phone as a gift.
Don't do it.
But if you're going to do it, make sure to work with their wireless carrier.
And then watch
Yeah.
for privacy and red flags. Would you buy someone else a smart home? That's a weird question. to
Yeah.
ask. One is it's kind of expensive. It's not like it's a cheap gift.
Yeah.
But that goes into the same thing as if you have a smart house and your friends come over, should you be obligated to tell them like, hey, you're being recorded 24/7? It's like giving a friend a smart home as a gift. It's like, be recorded 24/7. So yeah, just, I don't know.
And then 2 other things on here. It says, look into how long a company will support its product, because you don't want to buy them something and then it immediately gets discontinued and all support dropped.
Yep, because it might be on sale because it's being discontinued.
True. It says read more than one review, so don't just buy something and give it to them. Ooh, I will say 2 more things to add. Probably don't buy them a drone. Because a lot of times things like that, unless you're really into learning how to use it, they're just going to lose it immediately.
Or it's never
Like
gonna
if you're
get off
buying
the
it for a
ground.
kid, or it's never going to get off the ground.
Because if you weren't here, I would have never gotten that.
Because they are actually difficult to fly. And then here's the kicker that I'm surprised they didn't include: keep the receipt. Because if all else fails, generally speaking,
You can return them.
You can return it. If they don't want their Google Smart Home,
Yeah, if they're
You can return
Apple, if they're an Apple ecosystem, then they might want Apple
Apple
TV.
Home.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess some good guidelines, but keep the receipt for sure. And if all else fails, you'll have that.
Most techie people know what they want. So if you ask them, what tech things do you want? They'll give you the model number.
Probably send you the Amazon link.
Yeah. So you put this one in here. Amazon slashes the price of the Google Pixel 3.
Yes.
So it is in your price range. You buying it this weekend?
I don't know.
Are you gonna get a phone that can make calls?
And my phone can make calls now.
Are you get a phone that's not gonna shred your pocket every time you take it in and out?
My phone does have a correct screen and no volume up or volume down buttons.
He cracked screen is the nicest way to put that.
And tape over the screen. You should see the quality of the pictures from this front-facing camera or back-facing. I don't know which one it is.
Front-facing.
Because it's through a crack, directly through a crack in the screen, and through
Ooh.
a layer of clear tape. Not good quality.
It's like you're underwater.
Yeah. Yeah. Under broken water.
So it's the Google Pixel 3 64 gig is $350.
Yep.
The 128 gig is $450.
Yep.
And the XL 64 gig is $450.
Yep. I wonder if there's also a deal on the 3A. Because the 3A is the one that we were looking at for $400, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm going to see if there's a deal.
But that's some pretty nice pricing.
Yeah, especially for, it seems to be a pretty decent phone.
A flagship phone.
Wow, the
What was it?
3A unlocked is $379.
And the 3, which is better, is $350 this week. It's $20 more to get the worser phone.
Oh, actually, I take that back. Maybe that's because they haven't gone on a deal yet.
Ah. Don't buy a phone today. Wait till they're on sale
Yes.
in 2 days, 3 days. All right, this next article is also about the Google Pixels. It's a Google Pixel 4.
Ah, yes.
The main photo on this article. See how long? I saw the thumbnail, and it made me uneasy.
Just, it's about to fall off?
It's face down on the corner of the table.
Oh, like...
Yeah, that or falling off. There's no case.
Do you have a case on your phone?
I have a scratch case.
Okay.
So you can slide across
Gotcha.
the table and not worry about it. But if you drop it, it's cracks. So-
Basically, if Elon Musk carried it, it would break.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that later.
No, I just saw the thumbnail of this
Yeah,
article.
that is
and I was
pretty
like,
crazy.
Why would you put it on the edge? It's so close. just move it over. The foldable Razr 2 phone is already showing patents, which is pretty cool. They are going full steam ahead.
It really does look like the old Razr flip phones. Nice watch up there.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of videos playing.
So I almost don't mind the camera bump in this case. Like, I've always hated the camera bumps on the back of phones.
Yeah, I've never really
Like,
minded
yours
it.
isn't bad either. But, like, the pancake design,
Yeah.
they look terrible. I don't understand why you wouldn't just not have the bump.
Yeah.
But it being like this isn't too bad. The one thing I thought was really interesting on this article is it says that this is a lower demanding screen. So it's not going to use as much power, which is battery saving.
Yeah.
Which on my phone, I've actually turned down my screen resolution as low as it goes just to get that extra battery life. And I don't need the pixels. Like, I can read plenty well. Yeah, I think you've seen my text on my phone, and they're like that big. Like, I have everything shrunken down as small as it gets.
Yeah.
Just because I would rather have the battery life. One really interesting thing on a lot of the most recent Lou Later episodes, if you watch those, is he's talking a lot about the articles where fast charging is becoming faster and faster.
Yeah.
And they're charging like 4,000 milliamp phones in like 30 minutes. And it's like, batteries bigger than this are being charged in 30 minutes. And it's like, well, if you have a small battery, it's one of those things that if you have to go to the bathroom, you just sit on the charger, and by the time you're out, it's charged enough.
Yeah.
If you're on the bathroom more than 30 minutes, see a doctor. So I'm not against smaller batteries if we get faster and faster charging to the point that...
How small is the battery in the Moto Razor?
I don't know about the original Razor or this one, in fact. But I believe this one's slimmer, which is why they're leading to... Oh, here it is. Patent applications don't necessarily end up as real-world devices, but a touch, swipe, and squeeze-sensitive edge tallies with Motorola's current thinking and the focus on the secondary display. I commented at the launch that this is the kind of feature... this kind of feature is probably a way of spinning the fact that the Razor has a very small 2510 milliamp battery. So, it's a tiny battery.
Yeah.
I would say that's like a 4 to 5 hour battery. But 4 to 5 hour battery might be enough for people who have quick charging, especially wireless quick charging.
Just set your phone down and let it charge.
Yeah, because I have one wireless charger at work, and that's the difference between me charging my phone and me not charging my phone. Because having to use two hands to plug in a charger, too much work. But being able to go, and then it goes doot doot, and it starts charging, I don't mind it so much.
So it looks like my phone has a 2800 milliamp hour battery, which is a little bit bigger than the Razor, but not near as big as a lot of phones nowadays. Yeah. And my phone lasts all day. I mean, I charge it every night, but I don't really have a problem keeping it charged per se, even though I don't have a massive battery.
I have a 3000,
which is a little bit bigger than mine.
Yeah,
but not that much bigger.
Yeah, and mine lasts more than a day most of the time.
Okay, gotcha.
So like if I unplug it in the morning and I forget to plug it in at night, I can usually go to like lunch.
Gotcha.
I'll just plug it in while I eat lunch, and then it lasts the rest of the day. It's
not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Speaking of deals, this video is sponsored by Jmart Media and
Nephew Tech. What a deal.
All right. You want to go ahead and hop on the Cybertruck bandwagon?
Cybertruck bandwagon.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
If you haven't seen the Cybertruck yet,
can I draw it for him?
You probably should. You probably could draw it.
Let's see how close I can draw it without re-looking at the picture.
All right, here we go.
So
this is going to be Tesla's new truck that they're coming out with.
We're going to do circle wheels. We're going off. All right, shift, make them circular. So this is going to have two wheels. It's going to be a side view. Oh, no. All right, we're going to pretend those are the same size.
There's two wheels, okay.
So we're going to use the line tool here.
You're going to use any other tools, maybe like a curve tool or anything?
No curves, man. And it goes to like right there.
And then Tesla also showed off an ATV.
I'm not going to model that. Let's see.
Are you drawing the Batmobile, or are you drawing the Cybertruck?
Have you seen the Cybertruck?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna get fancy tools here. Ready? Watch this. Make the line. We're gonna pull it up over here.
Nice.
We're so close. It's close enough, right?
Yeah.
We're not gonna redo it. It's a live stream. People are paying good money to watch this right now.
Wow, that's not. Oh wow, that's super great.
It's a lot closer. This wheel doesn't have to turn. Are you kidding me? It's the front.
Well, you know, it has airbag suspension, so maybe it's lowered down in the front right now.
Yep.
They can raise it up when they have to drive somewhere.
Let's get this window in.
You're gonna include the cracks?
Oh man, mine's a crack-free model. So this front window is super weird because it goes past this threshold thing. I don't know what the angle is though, but I know this part here, the tip of it is in a weird head spot. So now this back window's gonna look all janky. We're just not gonna mention that my window doesn't connect. And then we're gonna paint it real fast.
That's gonna flood everywhere. Oh wow, nice.
Oh no, not quite nice. We're gonna grab this.
You paint it black?
Doesn't
Oh,
make a difference.
gotcha.
I just had to make it
Nice.
not go through. And
You may be thinking this doesn't look much like a truck. And you're right, but it does look like the Cybertruck.
all right, that's about as much as I remember.
Yeah.
Now let's see how close we got, right? Oh, well, that's the thing. It's too late now, right?
Oh yeah, also
Don't hack us.
yeah.
Can I get a picture?
You can go to the Cybertruck website. I linked it in the doc. There you go. There's the truck. He did a pretty good job, actually. I give you credit for that.
I forgot door handles.
It does have door handles, so you can't open the door. But anyway, this is the truck that Tesla just announced like last week. What was it, Friday night?
I didn't have to use the bendy tool. The wheel wells are...
Oh, they're square too.
They're squared off too. Look at that. I could have used one tool. Anyways, that's not the point of this.
But this is the truck that Tesla announced on Friday.
Did you watch the thingy?
I did watch the thing. I watched the thing. I viewed the Tesla website.
I've
Also,
done neither of those two
if
things.
you go to the link that I showed you, it doesn't work because for some reason they didn't include it with the slash. But if you backspace out of that single slash, and just go to Cybertruck without a slash, it actually loads up. Yeah,
Wow.
I found that out.
Terrible.
Yep. So there's the Cybertruck. The branding for this truck is very overboard. Did you watch the video of Elon presenting it?
No, I did not. I saw the highlight reel of him sitting in front of the broken glass.
Yes. So I guess a few notable things about this. This is it's called the exoskeleton design. So instead of having the frame of the car that's not actually used for anything, it's just used
to hold the
car. The exoskeleton frame thing is going to be built into like the passenger compartment so that it takes up less space, so you have more room in the truck. But I think that may potentially cause an issue, which we'll talk about
in a second.
When I first saw the truck, I thought, wow, that's kind of neat, but that's going to be super expensive. And then when I saw the price, I thought, wow, that's actually really cool. So it gets a yay from me with a few potential flaws. What about you?
So I like a lot of it. We're going to get a side picture real fast. The thing that I hate most, there we go. Most about this, I forgot what they were on the screen. I like everything from this line down.
Okay.
I think if they did a more traditional rounded windscreen and then they got rid of this part here for the same reason every other reviewer and person has said it.
So I have not watched any other reviewers' videos because
of
I want it to actually be my thoughts.
Because of this part here, I have to agree with everybody. You run into, let's see if we can find a picture, a problem like this where you can't reach in on the side of the truck to grab
That's a good
things,
point.
Which is a great point. Because even today, I was loading stuff over the side of the truck.
Yeah.
Of a normal truck today.
Yeah.
And
That's a good point.
It's going to be much harder if you have to raise your item 2 feet higher in the air.
So a few notable things about this truck. It's going to be electric, obviously. There are currently 3 models that they're announcing. There's a single motor, dual motor, and a tri-motor.
Okay, yep.
The single motor is going to cost base price $37,000, which is
now.
extremely cheap. Cheaper than what I expected anyway.
$39.90.
39,000, whatever, same thing. Close enough. Which is a lot cheaper than I expected because I thought it was going to be starting at 70,000. And 39 is not that bad for a truck actually. And that's for the single motor, of course. And you add on 7,000, I believe, 6 or 7,000 for the auto self-driving.
7,000.
Yep. The next model is like what, 48?
49,900. So it's an extra
49,000.
10,000 for a motor.
Yep. For an extra motor, you get your range up from 250 to 300 miles
Correct.
per charge. And the acceleration is obviously faster because it has 2 motors.
Yep. So it goes from 6.5 seconds to 4.5.
Which is actually pretty significant. And then the third tier cost just under 80,000, right?
Just under 70. 69,900.
Wow, that's
So
really
it's
good.
20,000 more for a third motor.
3 engines, 0 to 60 in 2.9
motors.
seconds. 3 motors, not engines, sorry. 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. And a 500-mile range, which is really good. Yeah.
That's more than most cars get with a tank.
I'm disappointed that there's not an option for the single engine 500 plus miles because I feel like that would be really popular because people care about the range. The acceleration's nice, but the range is like pretty actually essential.
So someone who really doesn't care about acceleration, like me, I couldn't care less. Going 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds versus 3 seconds, 2.9. Spend the extra 3 seconds.
Yes, but a lot of people will be forced into that 3 engine. Not forced into the 3 engine, but because they need
that
a greater range. Yep. So, and if you follow Elon Musk on Twitter, you'll see the numbers he's been posting. Those are the amount of pre-orders he's got.
How long do you think it'll take someone before they modify the truck with extra batteries just to get the range?
At least 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, because it doesn't come out until 2022.
Oh. Got me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it should happen pretty fast. Load that trunk bed.
Come on. Pull that thing back up.
Pull it back up?
Yeah.
Man, we're done with this topic.
No, we're not done with this topic.
We're so close.
So, yeah, again, price, pretty good. A few other notable things. Airbag suspension. So you can lower it for better gas mileage or raise it for better clearance for off-roading.
Okay.
If you scroll down on the homepage.
So I don't know how to go back home from full screen.
Probably backspace.
Backspace? Nope.
Not backspace, though.
Even though I just shared pretty much everything on my computer. There we go.
There's a carousel with pictures that change. There you go.
No,
and one of the pictures is that right there. Oh, back. So it has a cover that slides down. I think it's kind of like a garage door.
Yeah, that's
folding
what
thing.
I think.
Which is pretty nice of them to include a cover like that. And it looks like a really nice cover too. But there's going to be an issue when that thing gets muddy and it's sliding down like that, like a garage door into the back of that car. That's going to cause a lot of issues. In my opinion.
It might.
Mud and hinges, folding, sliding stuff does not go together very well. And then also, if you go to the one where they're loading the ATV on or something, right there, that tailgate also slides in.
Idea.
That tailgate also slides in. Also, the moving carousel, really? You can't stop it? Really? That's annoying.
Nope.
Yeah, you have to just keep changing back. Come on. But if you see this tailgate that folds down and slides out, as soon as you ride an ATV up on that thing, it's going to get mud stuck in there, and that's going to cause issues.
Or if you scrape it up.
Or if you cause scratches, yep, or even just a small dent.
Yeah.
Could mean that it doesn't retract like that.
Because, if you drop a really heavy hammer on this part here, it could dent in and prevent it.
Although they did hit the car with a hammer and it didn't dent.
If you drop a really heavy metal ball on it.
Yeah. So cool idea, but could cause issues.
So
6 seats in the cab. You probably wouldn't use that middle seat in the front very often, but when you needed it, it's cool that you have it
So
there.
I've always hated the giant center screen look, even in the original Tesla and in this truck.
Yep.
I don't like this screen. I think it would look way better if the screen was integrated to the dash and that wasn't modeled into it.
Yeah.
Or modeled on top of it.
Gotcha.
To me, it looks like it was an afterthought. Like, oh, we forgot to put controls in the truck. That's kind of okay. I mean, I'd never use it for that. Camping.
And then supposedly they're also going to sell this ATV that's in the back. It's an electric ATV. They haven't really released much information about it other than Elon Musk said they're going to sell it eventually. And then scroll back down to that frame. Yep. So the frame being like integrated with the chassis is kind of cool. But this material they're building it with is pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
And cars have a crumple zone for a reason. The crumple zone is to absorb impact so that the impact doesn't go straight into your body. So if you're going from 0 to 60 into a tree, bam, stopping instantly, your body's going to take a lot of impact.
Yes.
Whereas if you're in a car with a crumple zone, the car will kind of crumple as you're crashing into this tree. You'll still take a big impact, but the crumple zone in the car will absorb a lot of that impact for you. And with the frame being integrated into the body of this car, and as strong as they're saying this frame is, blah, 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 I'm wondering how much give there is in there. Because although it may seem like a good thing to have a really structurally secure car body,
you just want the
there can also be, you want the passenger compartment to be really secure. So
this part you want to be like
you want it to be able to crumple.
Yeah.
So maybe the car gets damaged, but you don't die.
Which
you
would be
know?
great. Yeah.
So it's something they're marketing as a good thing, but depending on how it's actually worked out, is this thing even going to pass a DOT highway test? Like, for being crash safe.
I'm pretty sure almost anything can pass a DOT highway test.
Yeah, but is that a good thing,
So one thing I really do like about the body, aside from, being able to die in it, is it's no paint.
Yes.
Which is like the coolest idea ever, is to just have a car without paint on it.
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, I can.
Oh, people will paint it. People will plasti dip it.
People are definitely going to plasti dip them. I like the no paint look.
It doesn't look terrible.
Like if you could go shopping and be like, you could take $200 off the price of your car off the lot if you buy the model without paint on it. Yeah, of course. Not only do I not pay $200, I also don't have to deal with paint. Like to me, that's a win-win solution. I think that's like a stupidly genius idea to not paint something.
So I think that's pretty much all I had to say about that. Well, the branding is like
terrible.
Some people will be kind of into the branding, but other people, I know a lot of people don't like the look. That's probably the biggest problem that people have with it.
I really
just the look.
Don't care about the look.
I don't care about the look either.
This is coming from a guy who drives a Prius, though. So, take that with a grain of salt. But yeah.
I kind of feel like if they'd made it look like a normal truck and be electric powered, they might have had even more buy into
sales.
I don't know. But
I want to see what a lifted one of these look like. I also want to put jumbo wheels on it.
Well, this thing does have more ground clearance than most any other truck, if not any other standard truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of the airbag suspension, you can raise and lower it. So when you've got to load something onto the back of the truck, you can lower down the rear, drop the ramp.
Yeah.
Pull something up onto it, and then raise the ramp, raise the rear.
So maybe the reason they don't need a crumple zone. Crazy idea. When the cameras detect impact because it's self-driving, because you spent that extra $7,000,
it jumps.
It jumps, and you jump the car. Because it could just jump the back and it just flip you, and you can roll, or it could just jump the front and you can just monster truck the other people.
I highly doubt that's what they're going for, but that would be pretty stinking funny.
I mean, it would suck for the other people,
Yeah.
but you just see this Tesla truck just barrel rolling. Just the back shoots up. That's how airbag suspensions work.
Oh, and also the Tesla truck comes with a built-in air compressor
Really?
because it needs it for the airbag. So if you need to pump up the tires of your ATV, you got it right there.
That's kind of neat. So how do you feel about Windows 10?
Works for me.
Every time, right? Never had a problem with it.
It works good enough.
It works good enough. So this article in Lifehacker, so take this with very little integrity at this point. What to do if your antivirus apps or Wi-Fi drivers are blocking Windows 10 updates. It is the weirdest thing to think that your antivirus is like, no. You don't want to install these these updates from the people that make your operating system. In short, uninstall AVG and Avast. That's really your problem.
Also, if your computer's running slowly, good place to look.
Yeah, it's usually AVG and Avast that cause your computer to go slow. They're pretty terrible. The weird one for me was the Wi-Fi driver. Windows 10 will not update on some Qualcomm Wi-Fi drivers because that driver doesn't work with the new version of Windows 10. Wow. It seems like Windows could solve this problem easy by updating your Wi-Fi driver and then updating Windows 10. And you're like, ta-da! But apparently you have to do it. So you need to follow those 5 steps if you can't get Windows 10 to update. And update your network driver. And seems like a really weird problem. I think this would be something Windows would fix, not
the user.
Yeah. That was the whole point of creating a whole new settings menu, is to make us it they don't have to go into the settings. We got PIA, but I don't have much to say on it.
Cyber Ghost.
So, have you looked into it at all?
Nope. Never heard of Cyber Ghost either.
Would you rather use Nord, who had a security breach and didn't tell anyone for 3 months, or Private Internet Access, who sold out to a company who likes to bundle their software with bloatware?
Nord.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the same boat. I'd rather a company keep a secret an extra couple months until they fix the problem than have a company that just sells out to somebody for like 95 million or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it says. 95.5 million.
Which is nothing on tech company scales. Oof. But I'll be interested to see, because Linus Tech Tips does a lot with them, and Linus said we'll keep you updated on what we think and what we find out and everything.
Because although they won't say something bad about their sponsor, if they have a big problem with a sponsor, they won't accept their sponsorship. Yeah, I would assume.
Because they used to do the same thing with Tunnel Bear. The Tunnel Bear was a sponsor, and then Tunnel Bear sold out to McAfee, and to Tunnel Bear, and so they've been advertising PIA. API sold out to
Cyber Ghost, the
owner of Cyber Ghost, whatever they are. They have a fancy name. What's their name? You got it?
Cyber Ghost SA?
Not quite. Oh man.
Cape Technologies.
That's it. There we go. Cape Technologies was responsible for all that bloatware crap. So if we find out Cape Technologies is also still a terrible company, then no one will be using PIA anymore. Which means you got Nord and I don't know. That's the only.
There's probably other companies out there, right?
There has to be. There has to be a good company out there somewhere. That brings us to the memers.
The memes of the week.
You fly through a week when you spill soda on your computer.
Oh, yeah. You want to look at mine first?
Yeah, because mine's
This
not
is the
funny.
first week that we picked the same meme.
It's unbelievable. No, we didn't, because yours is from a different... Yours isn't from my Facebook chat. Hey, it's a relatable meme. People talking a lot of blank about the new Tesla. Good edit. But can you imagine how fast that blank is going to run with all the graphics set to ultra low?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's really good.
That low polygon count.
How many polygons would you say it has?
Double digits. Which is pretty good for a car.
But I'll say, because you got one on the windshield. 2, 3, 4. Next, you have to do 4 there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's going to be like in the 60s, I think.
Yeah.
I'll put it like in the 60s, excluding the wheels.
Yeah, the
Because
wheels would be a nightmare.
That's cheating. That's really good.
Ooh, all right.
And my super ultra funny meme.
Facebook, of course. Oh my God. They're killing the customers. Walmart and Target are quietly killing one of the most annoying things about shopping in stores.
Do your shopping online or small business. Preferably small business.
Amazon for the win.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what they're saying is Black Friday's not going to be that bad this week. Well, unless you're one of the customers.
So the actual, because this was a headline, Walmart and Target are quietly killing one of the most annoying things about shopping in stores.
Oh, now I get it.
Commented, oh my
That
God, they're killing
is
the customers.
funny. Oh, okay. Yeah, now I get it.
The actual article was they're getting rid of swiping with signatures for credit cards.
Gotcha.
So it would only be chipped.
Gotcha.
And you don't have to sign for chips.
And
But
this
yeah.
guy's like, the most thing about shopping in stores is the customers.
Which is, I would argue the customers are worse than the signature.
Are they worse than the employees?
I don't really talk to anyone when I shop.
Yeah, but you actually have to interact with the employees.
When?
Unless you do self-checkout.
Yeah.
And then you have the person checking your receipt as you walk out, you know?
So legally, they don't have to check your receipt unless it's a membership store like Costco or Sam's or BJ's.
You mean legally they're not allowed to, or legally they're not required to? 'Cause
Legally,
of course they're not required.
you
to.
don't have to show them.
Oh,
You're
gotcha.
allowed to continue walking.
Gotcha.
So
So you're that guy.
you can just ignore them if you wanted to. They can stop you and check, I believe, but you're not required. Like, can I see your receipt? You can be like, no, and you can keep walking. And if they think you stole something, then they can stop you. But most of the time, they're minimum wage employees. They're not.
They don't care.
Yeah.
If you're stealing from Walmart, they really don't care. Pretty good point.
But yeah, be nice to the people this holiday season, because they're working while you're eating turkey. So there's that. Be nice to people. I mean,
You know.
just don't talk to them. Keep your eyes down. Get through the store.
Life lessons.
We're just trying to make it through life.
Speaking of making it through life, looks like we made it through the stream.
Woot woot. Did it once again.
Make sure to Google best Cyber Monday deals, because we didn't cover that for you.
Or Small Business Saturday.
Or Small Business Saturday.
More important, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, have a good Thanksgiving, and we'll talk about that next week.
Cyber Monday.